Good morning, my friends. Welcome back. I'm so happy that you're here. I hope you had a good weekend. I was making these. I did these on Friday, I believe, as a part of the Arm's Length Art. And this is just from an old freebie from Caroline, and I decided to doodle on it, just do some practice little things. And then I made this out of some scrap paper that I've had sitting on my desk for quite some time, some cut off. I just added a piece of cotton and a little focal point there, and it's a nice little writing pad. So I did that. And then I made this card. And this is all from stuff that's been sitting on my desk. And this I'm going to add this to my journal, but it's when I get my winter journal started. But it's a little flippy-do. So I have these pictures, got a writing spot there, and then when you turn it this way, they'll be writing. And then this one will be glued down to the page, but I'm going to make it a top-loading pocket. So I have that. And then what we're going to do today is just do some of these fun paper clips. Haven't done them in a while, and I had so much fun doing these. It can be all lace, it can be all paper with a bit of lace, trims, fabrics, whatever you have. But yeah, I just wanted to make a few more, and so I'm turning the camera on and we can make some together. I did 9 of them, but I mean, that's off camera, right? So obviously you can do as many as you want. And I just did this one before turning the camera on with some book page. And so this is going to be a little tuck spot right here. And then, yeah, it's just a paper clip. I wanted it to be this way at first, but then I ended up putting one of Took's birds on here that way. So, but you know, that's okay. And yeah, so let's play. These are 2-inch paper clips. And if you do this, whether it's with paper or with fabric, just make sure you add to the part that's solid, right? So you have that piece that's only a portion of one with a point. Go on to the other side, and then you can add your fabric or your lace or whatever you're going to do. These are from a cotton sheet, and I think they should fit. We'll find out. Sometimes it can be a little fiddly, but I just stick it in the end that doesn't have the short line there, this little guy, and pull it through, and then it doesn't catch. And you can make them as long as you want. You can make them as short as you want. You can make the backs. You can make the back even with the front. You don't have to. Like this one is shorter than the paper clip, and you know, I don't mind that because you can add another little something on the side. So if I were to grab, let's see, this, let me just cut this little piece off. But yeah, I just thought we could do some of these if you wanted and have some fun. We got lots of new people, and I'm so happy that you're all here. Okay, we're just here to learn and craft and create, and whether these are old ideas, they might be a new idea to somebody else, right? So, but you can just come and add that. Of course, it's not going to be this long. It looks kind of off balance with one really long one and one really short, but I'll just cut it. You don't have to cut them right away. You can just add all your layers and then do all your cutting after you're finished. And then I like to, oh, I'm not using the right glue. I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac. This is my tacky glue. It's been giving me issues coming out, so I'm not going to struggle with it on camera. So I'll just use my Fabri-Tac. And I like to run a line at the paper clip so that it stays closed. I need to get this off. Do one at a time. I don't mind that it's shorter than the paper clip. It'll be glued on anyway, and once that glue is dry, it's not going anywhere. And no, I didn't iron my fabrics or anything because I just think that's, yeah, I don't do that. And I'm going to add just a couple of dots. But it's all about using up our scraps, whether it's paper or fabric. I have my tub, and then I have a bunch of these things, and I just found a whole bunch of different little things. Does that make sense now? Anyway, this is what we cut off. So I'm going to add it on there. You can sew these, you know, obviously you wouldn't sew where the paper clip is, but I mean, you can sew around what you're putting on here. If you sew a button on or a couple of buttons, then you know you'll have this very, it won't come apart. Well, it's not going to come apart anyway. And then you can decide when you're done whether you want to do both sides or just do the one side. So I like to have a few layers of the lace. So I have these little pretties. There's stuff all over my desk, but it's just fun to use. Can add little pieces of trim. That would be cute too. But it's all about layering it up, and you can have other colors. I have some flowers that are different colors. Oh, what do I have here? Oh, come on. I found these. Just add those to the top. Oh, I think that's the front. Did you have a good weekend? Hopefully you did. We had 9 kids for Halloween. We're on a very quiet end street, so we don't have a lot of kids coming down here, which is, you know, it's just the way it is. And I have these embellishments. I have some flowers and some butterflies, but this is, I mean, you can mix it up and you can add paper. You can add just your lace, but I like to mix it up. So I'm going to grab one of my papers here. I'll just cut it a little smaller, and these are the pages that they're the sides of the book pages that get cut off, and then I save them so I can stamp on them. I'm hoping I'm not too far away. I have to figure out how to move my camera properly, or my phone, and put it. But let's add the butterfly there. It looks very cute. There we go, just like that. And you can be done, right? They're that easy. So let's grab another one. Let's just play now. I have this lace on this one. Maybe I'll just use this one. I was just trying to see if I could get it on this way. Maybe I'll do it this way. You can add fabric underneath this if you'd like. I think I might try that just to see what it looks like. It'll just help sturdy it up, I think. Let's see. So if I open that, put that in there. I'll just snip it off. Yep, add some glue up there. So it gives you a more sturdy base. I didn't put it all the way through, as you noticed, because I had the lace there first, so I was just gonna leave it. And I have my little spatula. Right, and I'll do it to the other side as well, just to hold it. Oh, I think the glue sort of went through it already. Oop. There we go. I'll wash my desk when I'm done. I have these little images. Oh, just see what they look like. Oh, this one's. Just gonna trim it out. Sorry, had to do the other edge twice, one of them. So there we go. So that's waiting. And then I have this. These are just little scraps that I had. Might as well use them. Gets them out of my basket anyway. There we go. Oh, I don't want that. I have this little trim here. It's kind of thicker, but let's just see. Or this one. Oh, maybe I like that better. And you can always extend it sideways, right? If you want to make it wider. It doesn't have to be within the confines of whatever fabric you put on there, or lace. So make sure I have the shiny side out. There we go. Then I have some flowers. Let's see here. I have these. These are from Amazon. Ooh, those are pretty. What a nice color. Can do it like there, can do it up here, you can do it at the bottom. You know, you can add them wherever you'd like. If you add your picture, they can go on the picture. Oh, maybe I'll do that. But I want to add a couple more things first. I've been cutting out these appliques. Yeah, let's do it. So elaborate, simple, doesn't matter. I mean, the more you add, the different the look, right? So I really like that. So then these won't work. So this is the edging from this. So let's just see. Oh, you know what? I think I might take just a little piece of that. If that's the focal point. do it like that. You can do it straight, put it on a slant. I don't normally do things straight, as you know, if you've been watching long enough. I'm going to get some thread. These threads I have from when I cut the strips. Then I get all of that really yummy thread. And then it can just adds another layer on there. There we go. Cute. This way, maybe I want the circles on the inside. I think I like that better. So there's the next one. Okay, let's see here. Let's do this as a bottom again, as the come on. It's pretty easy to get that through. Sometimes you just have to play with it. And then you can decide your length, how long you want it, how short you want it. I think that's good. There we go. There we are. I'm just going to add a couple dabs of glue just to flatten it. It's just a bit curled from where I tore it. Oops. So there we go. So I really like this, and I have this little piece left. So let's add it there. Oops. Do some lace first. Right there, let's layer it up. You know, they can be just little pieces too. So let's just add a little piece of that. And I have this. This was sitting in my box. Just like that. I think I'll leave that one aside. I kind of like it with the, just with the little pieces. But so you can layer it up, and you got that cream color in behind there. That brightens it up a bit. I have this flower. Oh, yeah, anything. Okay, let's better glue some of this stuff down. There we go. Just gonna add that. So as you can see, they're very easy. You know, you just have to just gather up some supplies. We'll do a paper one as well with the book page, just so you can see what that one looks like as well. Since I showed it at the beginning, we might as well do one together. There's that, and then I think I added this one on here like that. You know these fabrics and the laces aren't going anywhere, not with all of the glue. Oh, not that one down. So just like that. Ooh, gluey fingers. Oop. So there's that. Now I can add these at the top for a pop of color. What do you think? Not at the very top anyway, just give it a little bit of space coming down. Oh my goodness, I can't even tell what the back is on these ones. It's very difficult to tell. There, I just brought it down a bit. And then, wowzers, look at that butterfly. Let's, I'm gonna add a number or something, see what I have. I have just this little number. I'll just tear around it. And you don't have to ink anything. I'm not, you know, it doesn't matter whether you ink or not. Okay, just gonna add that right there and then pop the butterfly on. And if you just do the body of the butterfly, then you can, you know, have your wings up. So it gives it a little bit of dimension. So there's that one. Oh my goodness, that's cute. Very cute. So there we are. So let's do a book page one, the one like I showed. So it's just one book page. And I am going to fold it in half so I have the stability for it, I think. So let's see how I'm going to do it. Probably don't know what I'm doing. I want to have a pocket like the other one. So let's just see. And then this will come up and be a pocket. And it's blank, so you can stamp on there. You can add a sticker. Do I like that? No, I don't. I told you. I don't know what I'm doing now. Okay. Sorry. Just fold it in half. That's better. I want to glue it together so that it has that double strength just around the edges, just like that. If you have thick book page or music page, whatever you're going to use, then just do it like that. Then you won't have to reinforce your page. So I'm looking for my other one, but that's all right. Okay, so I'm just going to take this and fold it over. And so this is where you can decide whether you're going to have your paper clip come from the top, if you want it to come from the side, or if you want it to come up from the bottom. And I'm going to just fold this piece over, and that will make a nice pocket. So your paper clip goes on this, the long piece goes to the back. If it's going to cooperate for me. There we go. You can keep it up a bit if you want, so that you can add some fibers to the top of it. I don't think I will. So this will go over, and then this is going to come over for a pocket. And what I'm going to do is turn it and do my decorating this way, and then I can put it at the bottom of my journal, and I'll show you what that looks like. So I'm going to keep it in the exact same orientation, and then I won't forget. I gotta get rid of that glue glob. So let's glue this down. Oops. And I'm going to add a bunch of glue around the paper clip because I don't want it moving. Once it's dry, it'll be fine. So there we go. I'm going to bring that over, glue it all down. Just like that. And then this is going to be a pocket. So I'm just going to glue the two sides here. That one. That one. There we go. So if you want to add decorative paper or something to the back of it so that you see it on the next page, you can do that. But I am going to just concentrate on this first. And see, you can just add different things to your flap. So I'm going to do that. Paper clips at the bottom. Make sure I do it in the right direction this time. I mean, I have lots of paper clips that go onto the sides, either the left or the right. So it'll be nice to have something that's coming up from the bottom. So there's that. And I have these, no, those are too small. I think I'm going to add those there. Or a little bit of lace or whatever you'd like to use. But I'm just going to add those two there. It just fills in the spot nicely. And these kinds of roses, they have mesh around them. So there we go. So there's a nice pocket there. But I would like to add, oh, maybe that's just too white. It's like a little label. I can always trim off the edge. Oops, turn it around. Just like that. Butterfly, nope. Sometimes the decorating is what gets me. I don't know about you, but you know what? I think I might just put that there on the side. Kind of like it. There. And you saw I just added glue so that it doesn't close up the pocket. You still see that there. And then that slips underneath, just like that. And so let me grab my journal. I just want to show you what it'll look like on a page. So you just, oops, I only need one. And so there you go. So it acts like a tuck spot on this side and on this side, right? Which is perfect. And that's why I didn't add anything to the book page, because you can't see it anyway. So there we go. So that Looks like that. And then another picture or a long tag, something will fit in there. Right? So cute. All right, I think I'm gonna leave it there. I think we've been on for half hour now, so I think that's good. So we got quite a few done, and right, what a great way to spend some time and create some little lovelies. And there's that, and then there's this one, and then there's this one with that image. So there we go. So let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, I hope you make some, share them to the group if you're on Facebook there, Crafting with Eyes Wide Open, or you can even go to my Facebook page, Brenda Clark, and share your creations there as well. I would love to see them. All right. Thanks so much, everyone, for hanging out. God bless. Take care. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.